Have you thought about getting a doorbell, but you wanted to see all your options? Well, this might be one for you. Hey, it's Sean from Sean's DIY and Reviews, and on this channel I do do-it-yourself around the house type of projects as well as electronics reviews like this one. So if that's interesting to you, take a look around the channel and hope I earn you as a subscriber. So let's talk about this doorbell here. I think it's Ceyomur and it's model R10. So we're going to unbox this, take a look at it, try it out, and tell you all about it. All right, so the box is nice itself. It's kind of like a brown paper bag type of box, and it also tells you a little bit about the product over here. It's IP65 waterproof, which you'd want because it'll be outside. It has 1080p resolution, so we'll test that out and see how good the resolution is. Motion sensor, and it is 140 degrees wide of a video angle. So with that, let's open this box up and see what we have inside. So here is your instruction manual right on the top. Take a look at that and I'll give you any information from there. It looks like there is an app for it, Wi-Fi setup and so on. So we'll just look at what's in the box and then I'll go ahead and read this and come back and explain how everything goes. So here's your accessory package right on the side, and this looks like it's the doorbell itself. So let's pull this out first and see what we got. So it has a little way to attach it to your wall right there, probably there and there. There's two little, this is probably where the power goes. So let's go ahead and double check on that. Pull this part apart. There's the contacts right there. Other side of the contacts right there. This is going to be where I believe you'd wire it. There's a battery behind this door right here, which is screwed closed. And then we're going to look here on the bottom. Looks like the charging port here if you want to charge it via micro USB. I usually like to see USB-C, so a little disappointed about that, but that's okay. So there's your camera right there. And now looking at the accessory package, we'll just go ahead and dump that out right here and see what's in here. Quite a bit of things. So we have a cord right here, your charging cord. We have a plug to plug it into the wall. So those two go together. Here it looks like a speaker of sorts with a little USB connector there. I'll figure all that out. Here's our batteries. There looks like a screwdriver to open it up and a few other items in there. And it comes with a micro SD card. It's a 16 gigabyte SD card that comes with it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and mess around with this and set it all up and then come back and show you what you get and how it works. So the app to run this device is called Cloud Edge, and it is in the Android store as well as iOS. So I'm comfortable with that considering there's 500,000+ downloads, 34,000 reviews, and it has 4.3 stars. So I'm okay with downloading that. So we'll let that run, go from there, and go from there. So there's the app. You're gonna put in an account, create an account and a login. So I'll go ahead and do that in a little bit. So when it comes to the Chime, you just plug that into a typical USB plug, plug that into a wall, and you'll see the light up. So you can turn this at whatever angle you want, which I guess is interesting. And yeah, I think you can also use the app. So for me, I think the app is probably going to be more practical than this. But if you find a good spot, maybe this is exactly what you're looking for a Chime inside your house. Okay, so I unscrewed the back panel, and it is quite difficult to take it off, which is probably good because you don't want water getting in there. So I'm just going to put my little knife in here to try to open it. This thing definitely seals pretty nicely, so that's good. Then we'll take our battery, open that up and put it in here. And it shows positive, negative, and then positive, negative. So go ahead and put that in that orientation. And on the batteries here, you can see where it's just positive up there and negative there. So this gets slid in just like that. And then we can seal this back up. It says on the little packaging here that this is it gives you a number for the battery, but it's 6700 milliamp hours, 24 watts, 3.6 volts. And I think the number's on there. And then we'll close this guy down, put the screws back in. But before you put the battery in, notice that the SD card goes right in here, right above my finger. See if you can see the little slot there. That's where you're going to put your SD card. And it shows a little picture of the SD card right there. So we're going to go ahead and try to put that in now. And it goes in face up or writing up and just pops right in there until you hear the click. And put your battery in. And as soon as you put the battery in, you can see the light is already lit up. And you can hear a little beep right there. So follow the instructions, come back, tell you exactly how all this works. So you do have the ability to hardwire this, and I'm not going to get into those instructions. You'd follow the instructions and you could hardwire it, or you can charge up this battery, and every once in a while when you need to recharge it, you just pull it off of the wall mount, bring it into your home, and charge it like you would a cell phone. So those are your two options as well. And then now we'll talk about the app and then connecting this to the app, as well as connecting this then to the Chime in your house that we talked about before. So then as soon as this connects, you'll see that this turned blue from being red, which is good.
Put
I'm gonna
camera
hit next.
and phone at the place of camera installation. Press next to enter network diagnostic.
So I'm going to leave this here for the moment. I'm not setting it up so we can show you how this works. So you can see in the app, it lets you know when somebody came and if I answered the call. I'm going to choose not to answer it this time, but I'm going to press the button on here. So I'm pressing the button, and as you can see, I'm there in the video. And then I have the choice to either text message the person, answer, or decline. So now if I go to doorbell answer page, I can see what happened, messages. So now I missed the call. And then family management, I can add other people in my family to this. And again, I will do this one more time, looking right at it. I press the button as somebody ringing the doorbell, and you can see me showing up on the phone picture. Now the final thing I have to do is set the chime. So in order to set the chime, what I'm going to do is click on the little settings thing right there, go to settings, and wait for information. And so chime setting, and I'm going to do wireless chime, and then I'm going to pair. Now in order to do that, I had to press and hold the pairing button on the chime itself. And so I'm going to do chime pairing and pair. Okay, so after pressing the button on the chime and then just pressing chime pairing, it worked pretty well. The only downside here is by looking at song 1, 2, 3, and 4, you don't really know what these songs are until you actually press the button on the remote. So you can hear, you're able to hear that in the background. Even though I declined this, it's still ringing. There we go. So I shut that off. So you can change from song and ringtone to a different ones. And I'll play each one for you so you can hear them. Song 1. Press the button. So that's a simple ring. Song 2, I believe, was the Christmas song. So click on this again. Okay, song 3. There we go. There's your Christmas song. And it doesn't necessarily want to shut off right away, but that's okay. Song 4. Yep. So those are your various songs. And as you can see, it doesn't necessarily turn off the chime until it's done doing its thing appears. So, and then you can adjust the volume as well on the chime, and it's automatically successfully paired with the device. So ring volume, you have 4 different songs, and then you can play around with it from there. So if you have other questions, let me know, but you can share with a QR code to another person and just follow the instructions. It's pretty straightforward. So at my initial walkthrough, I would say this thing is pretty capable. Definitely like it. The design is nice. The color of the light is good. The video quality I thought was pretty decent, and no complaints from that perspective. And it was pretty easy to set up and get going. So a couple other things that I'll test along the way is how long the battery lasts when you charge that fully. Obviously you have the sounds, and then just different things about the apps. So I may do an update on this, but if not, I'll at least put comments below or more information in the description as I test this, how I like it in the long distance test, or how I like it over time. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you appreciate it. I hope it was good for you, and I will see you in the next video. Give a thumbs up, and I hope it earned you as a subscriber.